Shalom, shalom, shalom. Barakatah to the Father of lights, to the Spirit and power of the throne of King David, and to Yahweh Shai, the beloved Son and brother who sacrificed himself for Israel, soon to return. All praises due. Y'all know we got some haters out there, man. Ooh-wee. I think it's funny, man. These scoffers have been worn down to the point where they ain't got no scriptures or nothing to refute anything I say, so they get in their feelings. They just big mad. Just big mad. You know. Alright, I think it's Luke 6:22. Blessed are ye when men shall curse you and revile you, and say all manner of wickedness against you for my name's sake, roughly paraphrasing. We in that time, y'all. I done been called a deceiver, Beelzebub, a devil, a demon, a wicked pastor. Man, they didn't call me everything in the book. I just think it's funny. It's just more meat on the sandwich, man. I wanted to teach a little lesson today on the Passover. You know, I've been berated about the Passover. Oh man, you're not rehearsing the righteous acts. You're not rehearsing the righteous acts. You're not rehearsing the righteous acts. You don't keep the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Nah, I don't have to. I was under the old covenant. We're not under that anymore. Yes, we are. The law was not done away with. The law was not done away with. Keep the law. Keep the law. Keep the law. I've been hearing that for years. You're not King David. You're not the father. You're nobody. You're a fat man that likes to eat. I didn't heard it all. But somehow I'm still here. I'm going to get to the lesson in a minute, but just think about it. Who in their right mind would be foolish enough to make such a claim? I mean, do I want attention that bad? Y'all really think I want attention that bad? No. Say it because it's true. Like I say, I ain't getting nothing out of it. I ain't like y'all. I'm getting millions of dollars out of y'all. I ain't getting nothing out of y'all. Nothing. Zero. Right? So, what's my payout? And more importantly, don't you think if I was claiming to be Yahweh Shai, I didn't say Jesus, I say Yahweh Shai. That name is sacred. That name is holy. He said, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy power in vain. So do you really think I'd be foolish enough and dumb enough and suicidal enough to say that I was the Father and I'm not, and then tie my name to Yahweh Shai's? A death wish is not even in the area of common sense. Do you know what he would do to me for doing such a thing? And getting y'all to believe it? Saying that I am his representative and his shepherd, and I wasn't. Just think about that. How dumb would I be? Why haven't he killed me yet? It's 6 years going on 7. I've been called every name in the book. Yet and still, here I am, according to the scriptures, getting pierced, getting poked. And I'm still here, spreading this truth. the way I was instructed to by the Father of lights himself, and y'all don't believe it. I'd have to be the biggest fool in the universe to make such a claim, and I wasn't him. I mean, shouldn't there be more KDs then? Where's another one at? Shouldn't there be more KDs? Shouldn't there be more fathers? There should be more fathers out there. There should be more fathers. Where's other fathers at? Why haven't they stepped up? No, man, you ain't KD. You ain't the father. I am. No, I am. Why ain't nobody arguing over it? Because you know what's gonna happen to you. Your ass gonna end up dead for blaspheming. So, that's just a side note. I ain't that dumb, y'all. I ain't the smartest nigga on earth, but I ain't dumb enough to do that. I'm not even using the Greek name. I'm using the Paleo-Hebrew, Yahweh Shai. And I'm saying, I am his father. And I'm still alive. Still kicking. Still eating grits and links. Alright? I have to be a goddamn fool to have not been sure before I did such a thing. So, y'all swallow that. Alright? Y'all swallow that. But I'm going to go on with the lesson. I want to show y'all something, man. This is about the Passover. Because, see, they get on me, but they're not looking at all of these camps that still keep the Passover. The Feast of Unleavened Bread. Well, let's look at what's going on with that, all right? Let's look how that came about and what it really means, all right? Let's go to Exodus. Let's go to Exodus chapter 12, starting at verse 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord, to the Father, right? There's Old Testament, it's the Torah. And ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. Everybody say forever with me. Forever. Does forever have an ending? Well, yeah. What did he really mean by forever? Did he say for eternity? No, he didn't. He said you're going to keep this feast as an ordinance forever. Look at verse 15. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. So the first day of the Passover, you put the leaven out your house. Whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. Verse 16. And in the first day there shall be a holy convocation. And in the 7th day there shall be a holy convocation to the Lord. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. So you can only prepare the Passover feast. They slayed the bulls and the rams and everything. He prepared them for the people to eat. So they performed the Passover, they slaughtered the Passover, and they ate the Passover. Follow me. 17. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this self same day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall you observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. Look at verse 18. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, at evening, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 120th day of the month. So let's do the math. The new moon comes in around late March, early April, right? That's the first moon of the new year, which is the month of what? Nisan. 14 days after that, you got a full moon. All right? That's when the Passover starts. If you go outside tonight and you look at a big full moon, look at what the day is. Today is what? The 14th, the 18th? The moon was full on the 14th. Every month it's the same thing. All right? Now, he says, you shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month, which is 7 days after the 14th, which would make it what? The 21st. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses, for whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. All right? So, got the instructions. You eat the Passover, all right? That's the first day of the month, which is, like I say, around April, late March, early April, all right? 14th day, all the way to the 21st of that month. That's the Passover, okay? Now, you slaughter the animal blood atone for your sins, all right? Now, let's go to First Corinthians 11:23. For I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you, that the Lord Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread, unleavened bread. And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me. After the same manner also he took the cup, when he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye, as oft as you drink it, in remembrance of me. For as often as you eat of this bread and drink of this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come. Now, this is what Yahushua said to the disciples. And this is what Paul is telling the northern kingdom who Yahushua died for. This is the new covenant. Now, let's go to Matthew chapter 26. We're going to drop it down to verse 17. Matthew 26:17. Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Yahushua, saying unto him, where will you that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? All right. So, what day was that? That was the 14th, the middle of the month, full moon, right? Verse 18. And he said, go into the city to such a man and say unto him, the master saith, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples. Now, the feast of the Passover was celebrated by everybody. All Jews were supposed to be there. It was a festival. Everybody got a piece of the flesh of the sacrificed animal, whether it be bull, ram, goat, without blemish. They prepared the feast. They killed the animal kosher style, bled them out, chopped them up. They seasoned them with bitter herbs. All right, and they cooked them, and everybody ate. That was the custom. So, where was Yahushua when everybody was eating the Passover lamb? Well, what did it say? I ain't write this. He said, in verse 18. And he said, Matthew 26 and 18, go into the city to such a man and say unto him, the master said, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples. So he wasn't out there with everybody else. He was in the house. Upper room, right? Well, not the upper room, but he was in the house that the disciples found. It's a lot. Verse 20. Now when the even was come, he sat down with the 12. And as they did eat, he said, verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. And they were exceeding sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? And he answered and said, he that dips his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born. Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, thou hast said it. Verse 26, Matthew 26:26. And as they were eating, Yahushua took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, take, eat. This is my body. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, drink ye all of it. For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for the many, for the remission of sins. All right? So, he said that now it's no longer about rams and goats and bulls and sprinkling their blood on the mercy seat. All right? It's about my blood that is shed for you and for Israel. All right? Now, I thought the scripture said in Exodus, forever, right? Didn't it say forever? Didn't he say you shall keep this from generation to generation? All right? Forever? Well, why did it stop? See, these camps keeping the Passover when Yahushua already instituted that was the Last Supper. Right? Jeremiah 31:31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break. They broke the covenant. Although I was a husband unto them, saith the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. Well, who's been writing this truth in your hearts for the last 6 years? Me. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. For they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sins no more. All right? So, they broke the covenant. That's why Yahushua had to come and get a new one. But these idiots are still trying to keep a broken covenant with the Passover, with the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and all of that, when Yahushua didn't do it. Yahushua said, this is the new thing. All right? This is the new thing. Let's go back to 1 Corinthians 11. Verse 23. For I received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you. So Paul is saying he gave it to me, and I'm giving it to you. That the Lord of Mashiach Yahushua that same night in which he was betrayed, took bread, and when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, Take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me. After the same manner also he took the cup, which he had supped, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come. Wherefore, whosoever eateth this bread and drinketh this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. See? So, Yahushua didn't eat with everybody else. He ate with the disciples. He ended the old covenant and established a new one. Right? So, this is why we don't keep the Passover feast anymore and all of that, because it's old news. He did away with it. He said, now, all right, what you do is you eat of this bread and drink of this cup. And as often as ye do it, this do in remembrance of me. There's no special days to do it either. It can be done all year long. This is why you see us at my house. We got Yahushua Day, right? We got Yahushua Day. You know, we make whatever we want. Turkey, ham, biscuits, right? Well, why? Well, because we can. Just keeping that commandment. Let me give you a scripture. Look at John 15 and 26. But when the Comforter has come, you know what? Let me go to it. All right. This is for all you haters out there. It's for all you haters. All right. I'm going to prove to you what your position is with the Father and with me. Check it out. St. John 15, verse 22. Yahushua said, if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin. Why? Because he tried to warn them. Same way I'm trying to warn you. He that hated me, hated my Father also. You had to hate Yahushua to hate me. If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin. But now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father. So it didn't matter what Yahushua did. It didn't matter who he healed. It didn't matter that he fed the 5,000. It didn't matter none of that. There's nothing that you can show some of these niggas to where they're going to believe. Look at verse 26. But when the Comforter has come, whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceeded from the Father, he shall testify of me. I testify of Yahushua, do I not? Been doing it for all these years, right? And ye also shall bear witness, because you have been with me from the beginning. The ancient men. The ancient men. So, you can't love me and accept me if you didn't accept Yahushua, because I testify of Yahushua. There's no way around it. You can get mad You gonna put your little bullshit ass passages up with your little dumb ass fingers and shit, you know? Like you know what the fuck you talking about. You can do all of that. And all you doing is digging your hole deeper and deeper. It's ain't for you, right? Now, we keep the new Passover. What is the new Passover? Whenever we want it to be. The new Passover could be today. The new Passover been, for me, for how many years? I always give it up for Yahweh Shai and sacrificing what he did. Always. That's how I testify of him. See? He came. He set everything straight. And now, he said, I'm going to send the Comforter from the Father. The Comforter is nothing more than the shepherd. That's all. It's the shepherd. Every flock has to have a shepherd. Now, as far as the scriptures is concerned, there's only one flock. And with that one flock, there's only one shepherd. Not a camp, none of these dumbass schools. The Lord's flock. And y'all are it. And I'm your shepherd. And I can't be the shepherd without being the king. And I can't be the king without being the father. Simple math. So, go ahead and hate. Go ahead and scoff. Go ahead and talk your gum bumping shit. It's not going to amount to anything. All it's going to amount to is me still being on here, coming through your phone, because you ain't got the sense enough to unsubscribe. Just go. Man. But anyway, this is why we keep the new Passover. All right. Old Passover was done away with the Feast of Unleavened Bread and all of that. Why? Because that covenant was broken. This is the new covenant. All right. And the blood that's going to protect you now, all right, is your faith. All right. And the fountain that was open for you, July 31st, 2021. Right. That's when Israel was established as a nation in the earthly realm. Shortly after that, the fountain was opened through being pierced. The shepherd had to get pierced. He had to get punctured, and the blood had to flow. And it has to continue to flow until it carries us to our full status of redemption. All right. So, I hope you enjoyed this message. This is the new Passover. All right. And we're just awaiting our final upgrade so we can get out of here. Okay. I want to give all praises to the Father of lights. All right. For his mercy, and for his edification, and for talking to me through the Spirit constantly so that I can now edify you. All praises. This is KD, your shepherd, and I will see y'all on the next go round. Shalom. I'm out.